If this is our crime bush, what are some things that might get people involved in crime?
Lots of the kids that come through this house, if they weren't here, they'd probably be out making trouble other places.
I'm never going back to where I was, ever.
The John Howard Society was established in 1949 in Calgary. Our purpose is to reduce the incidence of crime and create a safer community. We work with people who are at risk of committing crimes or have been involved in the criminal justice system. We want to provide other options for them to choose a better way of life.
Try and help them stay away from crime.
As many people know, the Youth Criminal Justice Act starts around age 12, and we really want to try and affect these children so they understand the laws.
This is the Youth Criminal Justice Laws.
We started crime prevention programs in the schools, targeting 6th grade students throughout the city.
It really reaches a lot of kids who may be susceptible to crime at an early age. It helps them to stop and think of their actions.
We teach the students about the criminal justice system and the Youth Criminal Justice Act and about the root causes of crime. And to help them understand that to create a safer community, we have to cut out the roots.
People don't have enough money, so they steal stuff, or they have a bad, poor home life, like they have bad memories of what's happened and they get abused and stuff.
Homelessness, poverty, addictions, a lack of education or literacy. We know these are the root causes of crime.
So Bow Valley is still something that you're considering?
And our programs reflect that.
What Windsor Park is designed for is youth that are 15 to 22. They have to be at risk of homelessness or they're already homeless themselves.
Cheese, lived on my own for 5 years. Everything was good until a couple months ago, about 4 months ago. Kind of just lost everything at once, lost my job, then I couldn't afford my house.
I come from Sudan. I was at Salvation Army for about 3 days. I couldn't get along with my sister, and that's where I lived before. So I was out of the home.
The youth that come to us are just not in a healthy environment. They need to be in a better place where they can kind of get more stable.
The rent's pretty good. The fact that they just hold on to it for you and then give it back to you when you leave, which no other place really does.
They also help you do your homeworks if you have difficulty with that.
The Youth House in Windsor Park prevents homelessness and poverty and helps ensure those that live there have an opportunity for education and better careers. And while some of the residents have never committed crimes, others have been caught up in this cycle for many years.
First serious offense I had was that I had thrown this guy in front of a train and all this different stuff, and I'd done time for it. But I was young. I was 13, and I think more than anything though, what helped me was he's gonna laugh at me for hearing this, but it was John.
So Rise turned a really 360, and going from that really violent young man and really aggressive and inappropriately assertive to one now of more compassionate, thinking before he responds, and using a lot of the JTE philosophy of self-respect and of respect of others.
He's a mentor, and I still utilize that, and I still talk to him about things.
It's my car.
Windsor Park is just one of the facilities we operate. There are several others for adult offenders being released back into the community. Burkana House is for women and their families.
It's definitely changed my life. If a person was just released and then forced to go back to their old situation, as in my case, that would have been unhealthy for me. So this has given me a huge opportunity to take advantage of the counseling and the staff here and be able to work on myself and get a fresh start and be hopeful for the future.
But we understand that the hope for the future has to include better job opportunities.
Oy, perfect.
It's why education programs are a critical component of what we provide.
There have been statistics that have said that when there is literacy offered to marginalized populations or those involved with criminal activity, that there's a 29% recidivism rate whereby those people don't return if they've improved in literacy abilities, reading, writing, to the crime lifestyle.
Of course, not everyone who participates in the literacy program has been involved with the criminal justice system, but by providing clients with basic skills, we pull out another root cause of crime before it has a chance to grow into a larger problem.
it takes a special person like Gail to be able to have the patience and the skills that's necessary that isn't taught in school.
So rather than just put host supplies or hoist.
LEAP is another program provided by the Calgary John Howard Society.
Learning Enhanced Employment Program, and it helps people that are at risk in the community or people being released from jails or in custody. Provides them with the tools to get and maintain employment in Calgary. If people are not provided the tools or access to those tools while they're living on the streets or in shelters or in custody, then the alternative of crime is that much more attractive.
But with the help of LEAP and many other programs the Calgary John Howard Society provides, Riley, Marlene, Dan, and so many others have been able to establish new routes in order to grow a better community for everyone.
It's really good for me to be here right now, and I can plan ahead for a new start in the future.
I see myself doing better, and it's not the fact that I'm seeing it now for the first time. No, I'm doing it for the first time.